Hello planty people, welcome back to my channel. Now this little video today is going to be a combo of repot and prune and kind of a catch up and a little bit of a I'm sorry I disappeared for 2 weeks. And so yeah, let's get into a little bit of that. So I'm sorry about the sunnies, it's really bright out here, and if I didn't have sunnies on it would just be like eye-watering. It wouldn't be pretty, so we're just gonna stick with sunglasses. So today I am going to be repotting and pruning this calathea here that I got off a friend yesterday. It's kind of a funny story, so I'll tell that story as I'm going. And yeah, so I'm gonna get into potting this up and kind of chatting a bit about where I've been for the last 2 weeks and why I disappeared, as well as kind of what I'm doing to this poor bubba here to help it recover from being a little crispy, and how I ended up with it. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on the other side of the table and let's get into it. Yes, I'm in my pajamas and I'm not even going to apologize for it because it's a Sunday and it's in the morning and it is what it is. So here I am in my pajama glory with my headphones on. I was halfway through doing other stuff, so I figured let's just throw this video in, catch up with you all, and kind of just apologize a little bit for just going MIA. So I hope you can hear me okay. It's pretty loud and windy out here today and a bit of ambient noise and some other dogs barking. Not my dogs today, other dogs barking. So I hope you can hear me all right. I am still working on that whole getting a mic thing. I haven't done it yet, but I will try. I tried to figure out if I could use my headphones. I cannot. At least I don't think I can. If you know if I can use, I don't know, there's Sony somethings on my Android Samsung phone, then I don't know, let me know. But anyway, so today I'm going to be doing this. This is a rattlesnake calathea. I am pretty sure that my friend came over with yesterday going, can you help me make it happy? And I kind of ran through the checklist of calatheas and went, okay, what's it planted in? How much humidity does it get? And, you know, those sort of things that you have to kind of check on when it comes to calatheas. And her face went, haha, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, they only like filtered water or rainwater, and they only like, you know, extreme humidity, and they etc etc etc. And her face kind of just dropped and went, I don't want to do that. And I went, okay, that's fine. Oh, hello Mr. B, hold on, has it gone? I'm not even gonna edit that out. Have me freaking over a bee moment. Yeah, so she kind of looked at me with this face of going, that's too much work for me, I don't want to do it. And I went, all right, how about this? I have a plant in this corner here, which was this Draconfibria, I think is how you say it, that I was going to trade on anyway. And I just kind of went, well, do you want to take this home and I'll keep this and I'll give you your pretty pot back at a later date? And she's like, yes, let's do that. Is this one you're giving me easier? And I'm like, it definitely is. So she took that baby home and I have kept this baby, which is actually ironically one of the few calatheas that I still don't have in my collection. Can that bee go away? It's making me nervous. Or is it a wasp? I don't know. Either way, it's a bee. Hi buddy, I love you, but can you not? Thank you. So this calathea is one of the few calatheas that I still don't have in my collection. My collection of calatheas has gotten quite a large in the last few months since I did my last houseplant tour video. So I'll have to do another houseplant tour video soon and show you all my new calatheas because I'm really loving them, and I'm going to do a care tips video soon. I'm just going to give it another couple of months before I do that because I want to make sure I've got it perfect. But yeah, so this one is one that I didn't have yet, and ironically of this huge collection of calatheas I now have Empress plants, just that prayer plant variety. I think I only paid for 2 of them. Yeah, the rest of them I've gotten in trades or gifts, and yeah, I've been doing a lot of plant trading last few months, trying not to spend as much money on plants. I've been doing a lot of trading in my local groups and it's been really fun. So I really love getting plants that way. It kind of feels like super wholesome and lovely. And some of the calatheas I've been getting haven't been, and the prayer plants, I should just say prayer plants because there's some ranters and the trio stars and stuff as well. But they've come to me in pretty bad shape, so I've been doing a lot of like repotting and pruning and kind of being pretty brutal with them, and they've all been coming back. So I'm loving it. I'm super excited by that. So this one, I'm hoping will do the same thing. So I'm going to be giving it the same treatment that I've been giving all these other calatheas prayer plants that I've been getting, and hopefully it'll bounce back in the same way. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep rambling. This is kind of gonna be one take stream of consciousness stuff. I'm not gonna be doing much editing on this video at all. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So I've got a bunch of pots here because I don't know how big this root system's going to be and what it's going to look like. If the root system's the size of the pot, it'll go in a bigger one. If the root system's quite small, I'll put it in a smaller pot. So I won't know that until I've got it out. I need a mouthful. Yes, this is my tea mug. Okay. And then in here I have my calathea mix. If you want to know what that is, I will link the video to my substrate soil mixes in the comments. It's very well draining, very moist soil. Alright, so let's pull this baby. Just gonna make a big mess on the table. So this is why I don't personally pot directly into ceramic, because it's really hard to get them out. Like, if this was in a plastic pot, I'd be able to just kind of slide it off the plastic pot, but it's really kind of... Alright, I think I've gotten it loosened enough. Alright, she's out. Okay. Aside, don't put it on my rings, that won't be good. Okay, so her root system's not actually very big at all. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it in quite a small pot for now, just as a recovery pot, because I find that so far I found these don't mind being in a slightly smaller pot. Not too small, like they don't like to be super squashed like some plants, like begonias, but they do don't mind a slightly kind of fitting pot, I suppose you would say. So I'm going to put her in that one, because then it's about 50-50 soil and root system, and I'm going to give it a prune. So I'm not going to give it a prune right away. I'm going to pot it up first and give it a drink. It does have, I hope you can see that, some beautiful fresh leaf growth in there. So, you know, she's not a lost cause. She's doing quite well underneath that. But just these long-term leaves shows that, you know, she's not getting the right water and not getting the right humidity. Crispy tips is either a watering or humidity thing. So I'm going to cut off every leaf that's damaged, which might seem a bit harsh, but it really gives the plant the energy to focus on what I want it to do, which is reestablishing that root system, getting new leaf growth out, you know, kind of settling in. So I'm going to prune off anything that's in really bad shape and give it a good wipe down, because she's, I don't know how well you can see that, but she's really dusty. And so I'm going to do all that and then pot her up into this. But first I'm going to pot her, then I'm going to prune her. So I'm going to pot her and then I'm going to bring you in to close up to prune, and I will do that on a time lapse, because who doesn't love a good time lapse, right? And yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna get into where I've been for the last 2 weeks. So I don't really like to talk about my kind of personal life too much. I know I've talked about my health before on here, but to me that's a bit different. But you know, I am a mum of 2 teenage boys, and they've been on school holidays for the last 2 weeks, and I have been absolutely slammed with work at the same time, which has been slightly inconvenient. So I've been staying up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning most days just to try and catch up from work, because I spend the whole day with my kids, and then it means I've had no time to film, because usually I film during the day when they're at school and I edit when they get home or whatever, and so I haven't had that chance. So right now they're inside on their video games and I've gone, just give me an hour, half an hour, please. I just want to get this filmed. Let me just catch up on my YouTubes. Please, children. So that's been really hectic. And so my job, I work making accessories for burlesque dancers mostly. That's about 80% of my work. I'm also a photographer and a whole bunch of other things. And so I've actually had a lot of jobs lately, which has been great because shows have started back up in a few cities in Australia. And so, you know, after lockdowns and the likes, we haven't had many gigs, us performers. And so shows are starting back up again and people are starting to plan acts again a little bit. So I've started having more jobs, which has been great. Financially, because I've really needed the money. We've been struggling a bit lately. And so that's been great. So I've just been working my butt off, basically. I have been rhinestoning. I have glued thousands and thousands and thousands of rhinestones in the last 2 weeks, and that's not even an exaggeration. It's probably like more than that. It's so many, but it's been good. It's been nice to be working so hard. And my kids go back to school tomorrow, thank goodness. I love them, but thank goodness I need my days back because I am getting nothing done during the day. So I'm really looking forward to them going back tomorrow. And then I'm diving straight into a photo shoot tomorrow, and then I'm away next weekend for work because I'm performing. I'm so excited. I have a gig. I haven't had a gig in 6 months, longer, since March. So it's now October, and I'm really looking forward to it because I'm not used to going this long without performing. So yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. So I might be a bit absent this week. I'm definitely going to do a Water Baby Wednesdays because I am so far behind on those, and I have a lot of updates for you guys, for you peeps. And I am going to, yeah, so I'm definitely going to do a Water Babies Wednesdays this week, but that might be the only video I do this week. I am planning a succulent propagation video, but I just haven't had the time to do it because it's going to be a pretty extensive one with a lot of information in it, and I really want to get it right. So I've been making notes and things like that. So yeah, that's going to be my next big kind of how-to video that's going to come out, is my succulent leaf propagating. And it's going to be dry propagating, not wet propagating. That's not my bag when it comes to succulent leaves, but I will explain that in the other video. So yeah, and that on top of it, you know, I've had a bit of a, personally, mental health has been a bit of a, not great. It's been a bit in the toilet, to be honest. I probably from the lack of sleep and stress, just a lot on my plate, I think. And so, yeah, my mental health has been a bit of a mess on top of all of the stress. So I've kind of barely been tending to my plants, which makes me a bit sad. I do miss it. I've had to go around and notice a few things are a little bit droopy and sad because I haven't been watered properly or the likes. One of my plants has completely drooped and I am not sure why, so I've given it a massive drink and I'm just hoping it'll bounce back. But yeah, so it's been a few weeks, and I am thankful if you're here watching this. And yeah, oh, another update. I added a Facebook page for just this channel. So there is now a Plant Tips with Empress Facebook page. So that I will be sharing like photos and tips, and I'll be talking about when coming videos are coming out, and it'll share when the videos are updated. So if you don't, you know, get notifications from YouTube, you'll see it on Facebook. And you know, I'll probably do polls and other fun stuff on there. So if you want to join me there, you know, the link has been on the screen the whole time I've been talking, and I will also pop it in the description. And yeah, so I'd really like if you went and liked my page. I've been having some problems with Facebook recently where my main account has been hacked and locked out for 2.5 weeks. So that's been really stressful. That's been kind of adding to some of my stress. And yes, I have tried every fraud access point through Facebook and none of them is working. I have had some friends who work in social media kind of stuff who have been helping me, and there seems to be some massive error on my account. So it's been really, really stressful, to be honest. I didn't realize just how many clients I had through there and how much I used it for advertising and selling products and things like that. So it's been, yeah, it's been a time. Anyway, I'm going to wash my hands and I am going to bring you in a bit closer and we're going to do some pruny time-lapse goodness on this beautiful bulb, and then I'm going to come in and just say bye at the end. So yeah. Well, here it is, all pruned up and repotted. I'm going to give it a little water with a seaweed tonic solution that I have, and it's going to go in the calathea corner right next to the humidifier. And already I feel like she's looking healthier. I did leave a couple of the old leaves with a little bit of damage on them, just because I didn't want to shock the plant too much by pruning it too hard. There is like a line between a hard prune that they want and then a hard prune that's like bad for them. So I've left, I think, enough on here so that she will recover well. So I'm going to give her a water and then put her inside. So thank you for watching, and thank you for coming back after my 2 weeks of going AWOL. And I really, really appreciate all of your support, and please go like my new Facebook page. That'd be super cool. And yeah, I'll be back hopefully this week with my succulent propagation video, but I will definitely be back on Wednesdays with Water Baby Wednesdays. So tune in for that, and thank you for watching. Keep growing like your plants. Bye.